appears relieved to be standing on solid ground once more. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting UL'DAH. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman. When you arrive, and he will show you in. Alright, fair enough. To go. I have to go before Gotham Night, okay. Okay. You are returned, Sir Emmerich, and the others await you within. Let's go.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allegans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? Not really, no. Yes, typical. Alright, we'll get to Aether. Yes, we used the ancient water course. After we went back to normal UL'DAH, I asked Marshall to open to have the tunnel searched. Logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Amphilia Tancred and Yashoto, was it not? There I asked what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery and that we were to come to Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not to think what it might be. We shall depart at once, Tataru. Let URJ know to join us in UL'DAH. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. We are grateful to your assistance, Master Turpin. You saved her grace and flattered both. It is the least I can do to repay you. Forgive my impatience, Nigel, but your missive mentioned a discovery. Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways almost immediately. We encountered difficulty, and an entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. Mineral conserves corruption, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal brilliers. Go on. Get ease, Mr. Atheno. Your friends are not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Ishtalta's wand? I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Yeah, most uncommon magic, okay? Namely? It utilizes the life stream flow. A spell entailed the reduction of the corporeal form into its constant Aether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents, thereby unlike the teleporter's magic of modern times. It requires not a lengthy incantation that UL'DAH should choose to employ such a spell. This weeks the need for haste. All of which suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple, know that the scholars of Sharlayans forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course, for every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. No, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friend, for there is yet hope. It is like that UL'DAH passage has left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. Still the excavation side then. Our thanks to your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for you, Lady UL'DAH's safe return. Everyone's usual passive will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. It would lead up to the north and east, and to the bosom of the 12's Wood. Are you certain? There is no mistake. Thither has UL'DAH journeyed. The GRIDANIAs have reported no signs. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it is to be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the live stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the Aether that forms one's soul shall surely be scattered, near to the be reformed. We have no time to waste, Ranger. Pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this formative magic. Later such we shall press on to GRIDANIA and petition the Elder Seaster's aid. Said that the elementals perceived the life stream. If, as we suspect, UL'DAH is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her, but if we are to appeal from them for assistance, we must need to do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Pani Isan without delay. I have already requested an answer of the Elder Seaster. She will receive us the lotus and presently. He must speak to the contrary. Let's go. Welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gathered your suit. Will admit no delay. Will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see, as you say, we must needs... Excuse me, if we were to free ISHGARD from the ungentle pull of the life stream, and as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However...
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find YSHGARD, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying YSHGARD. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! YSHGARD has a sister who came to live in GRIDANIA. She told me about her once.
That is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Sir, Sholto's sister is named Dimitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of the Saint Konok. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apklaku Falls from Nepal. Let's look for her there. It's in the north side of town. Just gotta go to the north. Yes, is there something you require? Lady Mitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is UL'DAH, and this is Taru. Yeah, so you are my sister's comrades in the Science of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that you people were being pursued, I desperately sought to search Stola. But all my efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. Forbidden spell about you that she should be so reckless. What's done is done. I thank you for bringing word of this to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father blood. I hope that this will be enough for the Vantos. Come, let us make for the Evershade at once.
let us begin.
Let us begin.
Raya-O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, UL'DAH. Please come back to us.
There. Now!
Is she okay? Is she dead? I hope not. Oh, don't tell me she's dead. Oh, please. Stay back. Okay, we're gonna stay back.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
The signs are positive. conjurers say she is a sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? And while we wait for your Stella to wake up, I thought I'd take a hurry to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is in the Letterworks Guild, one in the Conjurers Guild, and the Mistress Jeva, the Brother Isumiya. What is it? I'm a busy person, so be quick about it. If you wish to place an order, speak with Randall. Here, to achieve an order? For Mistress Aether, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it, but moments ago, it was no small coup. Working it to her specification, but I did it nevertheless. Payment has already been settled. However, the Degal come by chimerical hiding away. You need either balls of steel. Yeah. Balls of steel. Yeah. Tataru has balls of steel, there we go. Conjurers Guild. Report to the Conjurers Guild and that'll be it. I trust you have been well. Is there aught to require of me? Yes, Mr. Tataru order, as requested, has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Makes sense. The Carline canopy, let's go back. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope. And over. Here we go. It was precisely as I requested, a perfect match for the other pieces, truly. Jeva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see what Sharlayans think of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's going very well. The conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay a visit, shall we? Tataru's surprise.
UL'DAH! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in ISHGARD, you see.
Alright, we're gonna get out. Change of clothes, Alright, let's check out. I'm gonna get out of now. Alright, we're waiting to see Shtola's new clothes. Oh, that's pretty cool. They look good, yeah, they look pretty good.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to UL'DAH.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
Oh, she's an Archon. I forgot about that. I forgot that Y'shtola was an Archon.
To prise open a hole in an
Archon
Alagan barrier.
Y'shtola.
And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could.
Oh, really?
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya in the field of etheric research. She was without rival. I have no doubt that with her knowledge will be able to cause questions. Will she share with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Yorza, some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the Exodus. To this day, she lives as a hermit, life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is to the DRAVANIAN hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alice and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We were made only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you're mistaken our primary objective, Ishtar. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to ISHGARD and make our preparations. town is situated in the DRAVANIAN hinterlands. Together, we must strike west and traverse the path of the DRAVANIAN forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be composed of Pedro, Sharlayans, and myself. Tataru, remain in ISHGARD and continue to search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for the tail feather. YUL'DAH, long soaked in the live stream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. YUL'DAH is ready to press on westward to the DRAVANIAN hinterlands. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Sharlayans. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the DRAVANIAN hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Knaff territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons above. The hinterlands. Okay, so that's like a different part of DRAVANIA that we don't know about. Right in here. DRAVANIAN hinterlands.
To the Thaliac River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
On the far side of Thaliac River, let us search for a crossing. Alright. Fair enough. Oh god, stop attacking me, you narp overall. Where'd I have to go? Oh god, it's all over there. It's gonna be over. There's gonna be a lot of traveling. Is this Sharlayan? Oh, it looks, yeah, they were attacking the story, right? By the Ashins? That's right, these guys were attacked by the Ashins in that store at one point. I'm assuming that's the explosion. Here. So many destruction. So much destruction. Oh, interesting. I have a lot of traveling to do. Knowledge seeks no man. Thus says the motto of Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th astral era, at the turn of this 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas of the 2 eras in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted amongst UL'DAH's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Outlander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers. It is on the cusp of a new age of glory. Who are you? Goblins here to plunder the city? Our plunder is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home. When last I looked, it was mine and Elfino's. We were born here. When Uplanders abandoned the city, Uplanders gave up the claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. I guess the goblins took over the city. My friends, please, we do not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you. Let us speak with the civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to emotional understanding. If that is true, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. Keeping up with all the info close. Here's a heart element. Here's a heart element. Name of IDYLLSHIRE. What have we got? Guess? News to you, I'm FFXIV, and I may introduce my companions, Mr. Sharp and UL'DAH. They have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. Finding the bridge collapse, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew, is that right? That is the short of it, This place, IDYLLSHIRE, I came expecting a ghost town, suffice to say, I'm surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts lying about, it was only a matter of time for treasure hunters like me moved in, but we weren't the first to arrive neither. By then, Slowfix and his gobby friends were already settled. At first, gobbies and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came then friendship. Now gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build a great new nation. Well, that is what happened after we Sharlayans departed. Oh, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one would live in them. Felt like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. No, not to sound grateful, but the traps your people left lying about are bloody nuisance. And there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. The Illuminati? What? Just Slowfix has a bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding. Yes, by the way, understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of UL'DAH, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. Well, I'm not of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. This UL'DAH, heart of the great new nation, free nation built by all and free for all. Alright. Slowfix wants to eliminate the golems at the GRIDANIA. So Uplander every help? Good, that's what Snowflix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl IDYLLSHIRE, get in the way of expansion plans. Snowflix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayans. Sharlayans should know the best way to deal with creatures. So where's how many golems? That should be simple enough for fair. The automaton were employed as sentinels, and by design can be unmade with a code command. At the time of the Exodus, it was knots and crosses. I see no reason why it should not still work. Let us divide the task between the three of us, the quicker to be finished with it. Alright, let's go. Gotta find the areas where they are and say knots and crosses. Here, I have to say knots and crosses, right? Easy. Golems are no more. Wonderful. Now we can resume work to expand settlement. I don't need any of these. An Illuminati incident. Okay. Uplanders help the Gobby flock, earn right to citizens of UL'DAH. But Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? A short time ago, a dear friend of Slowfix ventured into the Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins, show no mercy even towards Kobekin. I was suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as the name, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. Oh, that's in the Hinterlands. Alright. Flux all talks. Oh, Commence a battle. Alright, let's go. Quickly, a planter. Long time no eye patch. What is bringing a planter here? Does that planter have lustiest for junk or reflux? A planter must not be touching junk or reflux. Reflux is finding junk first. I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Brayflox. It has been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Weshcat gave me to understand that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise to be here? Ah, Brayflox eat the Illuminati for snoopiness. Oh, there's the Illuminati. For sure, who eats for snoopsies? What? Brayflox, all talks. On why is York to come here after dirty talking, secret knowing of cheese make? Brayflox did no unright. Cheese recipe is gobby birthright. Save tongue flax for trading in dead bit. Oh, what the heck is this? Great. Keep up companies for punishment is ridiculous. It appears we have no choice. We'll never these bombs. Kill that thing, come on. Oh, that was faster.
Aether! To me! Have at you!
Some more bombs left? No, I think so. Oh, perfect. Okay, we made it. Give Sharlayans, no match for Furious Godfist of Brayflox. More junk is awaiting Brayflox, Munchley. Brayflox is taking leave of Uplanders. Being embroiled in the cheese war was the last thing I expected coming to Sharlayan. At any rate, we have fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let us return with the good tidings and be on our way. Alright, fair enough. Let's do that. Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find friend of Slowflix? Time has not cured recklessness of Grey Fox. With all help from Uplanders, Grey Fox would now be dead, Gobby. Slowflix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowflix are joined by unsurvivable Gobby Bond. If Slowflix had known that Uplanders are friends of Grey Fox, Slowflix would have welcomed Uplander to Gobby Flock at first meeting. Okay, fair enough. Oh, thank you, Slowflix. Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowflix makes Uplanders honored citizens of IDYLLSHIRE, free to cross wherever at will. Uplander must leave for now. Slowflix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build a great new nation. You are most kind, my friend. You may be certain we will return. I must confess at first, if it upsets me to learn that my home is occupied by others, but I see now that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Sharlayan thrive once more, to become a home to people of all races. Slowflix has already ordered the Compatch to whip Uplanders true. Safe travel. Shall we then? Alright, let's go. Let's go. This city is pretty interesting. It's like a city of goblins. Now, pretty cool. The ruined city. But let's go to the next place. Uplanders can come and go at will. 1 moment for clearing away barricade. Oh, we can continue our journey. We should move away because it's gonna blow up. Well, that's a big explosion, that's for sure. Barring any misadventures, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in IDYLLSHIRE, let us strike out at once. I'm ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Talk to Shulta. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gathered to hone their scout knowledge. Interesting. Back to the wilderness. Alright. In choosing this spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is You'll not find it unless you know what to look for. We shall follow the road south until we reach the bridge. Alright, let's go. This is interesting. You seem unconvinced. Well, that will only add to the surprise. Word of warning before we proceed. Stillborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not that there will be sentinels and traps, both to that they're unwanted guests, but will not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder. You'll want to have your weapon near at hand. This wall? Oh shit, there's frogs. Being attacked by literal frogs. There we go. Oh, there it is. UL'DAH. Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average dispatchers, but not the warrior of light. We should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master. Alright, let's go.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Alfina was called the granddaughter. Okay, that's funny.
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, I will give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
There's like this giant city in the sky that has a barrier. The Archbishop is trying to summon a big primal and we need to stop him.
XIV. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it?
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagans set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings. such as primals and dragons, and find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on ISHGARD aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-beating primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you. Twas some 50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayans scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes. A device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us?
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Aye, I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
You were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
Not so fast, you lot. Stoll and the boy are staying with me. I need help to make new sentinels to replace the old ones you walloped. They'll be board and lodging, don't you worry. But know that you'll have to work for them. Hard. I'll have no sluggards in my house.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at this broom. It's sweeping by itself. Little rabbits. Oh, the Great Library's guardians shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you. They'll hardly notice UL'DAH's absence, and the girl boy will only get in their way. But if it turns out you aren't up to the task, well then, I'll know you can't be trusted if something as dangerous as an Aether around. Loan you more myself. Alright. Thank you, Matilda. Speak to the broom. Hello, Mr. Broom. Greetings, goodman. I am Broomsy. My ladies, so some 50 years. May I say what an honor it is to serve you. I'm given to understand you wish to enter the Great Library. To find it, proceed east upon leaving this cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. So go on ahead and await you at the entrance. Okay, thank you, Mr. Broomsy. To the library we go. Stand before the Great Koopa Library, one of Hinterlands' foremost repositories of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen to disuse since the Exodus some summers since. In all these years, its halls have welcomed not the coming of a single soul. Its floors felt not the dolving brush of a broom. Impossible, pray no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. Dear Del was eager to measure within the library, retrieve the tome, I shall unlock the door at once. The Great Koopa Library. Alright, let's go. Enter the library. Oh, it's gonna be a dungeon? Okay, we're gonna do that. Let's do that. It's probably gonna be a hard, challenging dungeon. But we can do that. We're professionals, right? Ooh, wait, so that person's name is PP Poo. Yeah, interesting. This library dungeon is pretty fun. I'm liking this dungeon. Let's play dungeon in this. Lighting is beautiful in dungeons like this. Like, look at this lighting. This is amazing lighting. Pee poo poo. Run after pee poo poo. Come on, go. that's a beautiful staircase. At least taking these birdies things. Shit. Scary looking boss. It's a giant book with a head coming out. Oh shit. Okay. To the other side? Okay. Interesting mechanic. Come on, no. Looking nice. Let's go. don't know any of the mechanics. I'm trying to figure out what the mechanics are. These characters. Finishing off. I don't need those gears. Shit, you're running too far. Wait. Stun gives me time to heal him. Stun again. This was a very cool dungeon, though. I really like this dungeon. This dungeon is pretty cool. Reminds me of the Manor from early in AR. It reminds me of the Manor dungeon, the Hockey Manor, I think. Yeah, I like this. I like the Manor type dungeons and like neighborhoods. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Here's your tome, and over. Alright, this is alright. Don't wait. Put down whatever you're doing. Come here. As we did with the tome. We killed the gods, but in a minute. The mysterious crusading spirit, and I would certainly have lost my mind. I had merely my temper. Some things never change indeed. Well, I for one appreciate exacting supervision. In the short while we have been here, I feel have gained far better understanding of arcane entities than I did during my entire time at the studium. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this knowledge for the betterment of mankind. Create a new variety of carbon coal, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Who says grandson or not, I'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar. And a deal more than that to make you a scholar worth a damn. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed, so Felix has returned with the tomes. Shall we examine it? And next time on FF14, we're going to be examining the tome and hopefully find a way to get through that big barrier.